With the Carolina Panthers trading away star running back Christian McCaffrey to the San Francisco 49ers, the writing is on the wall. And yes, they did get quite a bit for him. 2023 second, third, and fourth round picks, as well as a fifth round pick in 2024. Yes, they got quite a bit for the former Stanford standout, But the writing is also a little bit on the wall for some other players, including star edge rusher for the Carolina Panthers, Brian Burns. Dov Kleiman here. The Chiefs, Eagles, and Rams have called the Panthers about top pass rusher Brian Burns, according to ESPN. An NFL general manager said the minimum for Burns is 2 first-round picks. Burns has 29.5 career sacks in 4 seasons. And Brian Burns has been an absolute stud. Like, you just find this man always getting after it, is a guy that constantly makes himself known. And I really do think that you have to take a serious look at this if you are the Raiders. And if you want to take a look and kind of get more of a background on Brian Burns before we get into the whole what it would take to get him, let's bring you back to the beginning of Brian Burns' past as an absolute stud at Florida State. So you'll see there all the size you love, 6'5", 250. Yes, you love it. He can hold it up in the run game. Also, his RAS score 9.9. Literally perfect, just perfect. A vertical jump, 36, broad jump at 10.9, ran a 4.5 at the combine, and yes, the man, running 21 miles an hour, just yes, and yes. And the one thing that you've seen with Brian Burns and that is constant through his time with the Panthers, his ability to get around the edge and make a lot of plays for his respective team there in the Panthers. And obviously that led to him being selected 16th overall in the 2019 NFL draft. And I do think that this is a question the Raiders have to take for Rizzo. Like, they've got to seriously take a look at this, because I know you traded for Davante Adams in the offseason. I understand that. But the clock is ticking, especially for Josh McDaniels and company. You have Max Crosby. You just set it and forget it. You don't worry about it. And then you have a guy like Brian Burns just sitting there, and you haven't even made a call yet. Again, I understand the fact that, yes, they have already traded the draft picks this last year for a guy like Davante Adams, but Brian Burns is a bad man. He's an absolute bad man. Florida State, 23 sacks there in 3 seasons for the Seminoles, and then through 4 years with the Panthers, yes, 29.5 like we previously mentioned, but he's just a difference maker in every single play that he's in. Has never had below a 60.0 PFF grade, and I think it's something that the Raiders should consider, because, yes, I know this year, they'll probably trade for him, have to pay him in the offseason, but if you can somehow offload, like maybe trading Chandler Jones, offload that contract, because Chandler Jones, let's be real, the NFL is a business that, like we said, if you're not getting the job done, they will find somebody that will. And Brian Burns should be that guy, seriously. Because if you want to set a precedent as an NFL team, if you want to pay a guy a lot of money, and you see all these younger players, guys like Nate Hobbs, Tre'von Moehrig, a lot of those young guys that are coming in the ranks in a couple of years that could be expecting contract extensions, what is the example that you are showing them if you were just letting Chandler Jones just eat up such a large portion of your cap and not make him work for it? Like, he has not done a lot to substantiate it. He has not done a lot to justify him getting such a big contract, and I think this could be an easy out for the Raiders. Yes, could they find a way to offload a Chandler Jones contract? Something that we're going to have to see. But overall, it should be in the Raiders' sights as to if they should trade for star defensive end Brian Burns. I think it makes a lot of sense, or at least something to consider before we hit the draft next year. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover. But let us know what you guys think about if the Las Vegas Raiders should trade for star defensive end Brian Burns.